Alex Pereira, one of the most feared knockout artists in combat sports history. Magomed Ankalaev, a tactical destroyer with elite wrestling and striking precision. This isn't just a fight. It's a battle of two distinct styles, raw power versus calculated precision. But how does Pereira's relentless aggression stack up against Ankalaev's methodical approach? Can Pereira find the perfect opening for his signature left hook? Or will Ankalaev use his fight IQ to neutralize the chaos before it even begins? Let's break it down, step by step, and uncover the hidden details that could decide the outcome of this fight. Everyone knows Alex Pereira has knockout power, but very few understand why it's so effective. It's not just brute force, it's deception. Pereira doesn't just throw punches, he sets traps. He lulls his opponents into a false sense of security, making them react to feints before delivering the final, devastating shot. His ability to mask the left hook behind subtle movements makes it almost impossible to predict. Against a counterstriker like Ankalaev, this will be crucial. Ankalaev thrives on timing and precision, but what happens when a fighter keeps him second-guessing every single move? The key question is, will Pereira's feints be enough to break Ankalaev's defensive rhythm and force him into an exchange? Unlike many wrestlers, Ankalaev is not just a grappler. He is a high-level striker with an incredible ability to stay calm under pressure. Many fighters fall apart when Pereira starts marching forward, but Ankalaev is different. His patience inside the cage is one of his deadliest weapons. He doesn't rush. He doesn't panic. He waits for the perfect moment to strike. This is what makes him so dangerous. When an aggressive fighter charges at him, Ankalaev doesn't react emotionally. He calculates, adjusts, and counters with precision. The question is, will Ankalaev's composure be enough to handle the storm of Pereira's offense? Or will he crack under the relentless pressure? If there's one area where Pereira is vulnerable, it's the ground game, and Ankalaev knows it. Pereira has made massive improvements in his takedown defense, but against a wrestler like Ankalaev, surviving on the ground is an entirely different challenge. Ankalaev doesn't just take you down, he makes sure you stay there. His control, top pressure, and positional awareness make him one of the most dangerous wrestlers in the division. If he gets Pereira to the mat, the fight could turn into a nightmare for the former kickboxing champion. But here's the real question. Can Pereira get back up? If he can, it's a whole different fight. If he can't, he's in serious trouble. The biggest mistake anyone can make against Alex Pereira? Giving him a single opportunity to finish the fight. It only takes one moment, one misstep, one opening, and Pereira will capitalize instantly. We've seen it before. His ability to swarm opponents when they're hurt is unmatched. He doesn't let them recover. He doesn't hesitate. The second he smells blood, he attacks with ruthless efficiency. If Ankalaev shows any sign of weakness, if he gets rocked, if he hesitates for even a second, Pereira will go into full predator mode. But the real question is, will Ankalaev even allow that moment to happen? Or will he execute a flawless game plan and never give Pereira one of the most underrated weapons in any fight? The jab. For Ankalaev, the jab is more than just a setup, it's a control mechanism. He uses it to manage range, disrupt rhythm, and set up power shots. Against a striker like Pereira, this could be a game changer. But here's the problem. Pereira's jab isn't just a defensive tool. It's a weapon. He doesn't just use it to keep distance. He snaps heads back, breaks guards, and sets up knockout shots. So, what happens when these two warriors engage in a jab war? Can Ankalaev use his jab to nullify Pereira's aggression? Or will Pereira break through with sheer force? This fight isn't just about skills. It's about survival. We've seen it time and time again. Fighters start strong but fade late. And in a battle between a striker and a grappler, cardio becomes the ultimate equalizer. Ankalaev has proven he can fight at a high pace. But can he keep up with the relentless power of Pereira? On the other hand, Pereira carries massive muscle mass. His explosiveness comes at a cost. If Ankalaev drags this fight into deep waters, will Pereira slow down? In a 5-round war, who gasses first? That could be the deciding factor. Low kicks, body kicks, head kicks. Every strike in MMA has risk and reward, but for Pereira, leg kicks are a high-stakes gamble. Why? Because Ankalaev is a counter-striker. The moment Pereira lifts his leg, he exposes himself to takedowns. And against someone with Ankalaev's grappling skills, that's dangerous. But here's the twist. Pereira's leg kicks could be Ankalaev's biggest weakness. We've seen Ankalaev struggle with mobility when his legs are compromised. If Pereira lands a few devastating kicks early, he could turn Ankalaev into a sitting target. So the question is, does Pereira take the risk? Or does Ankalaev punish him the second he tries? When two elite fighters clash, sometimes it's not the flashy techniques that matter. It's the dirty work in the clinch. Pereira is strong in close range, but this is where Ankalaev wants the fight. If he can press Pereira against the cage, wear him down and land knees to the body, he could sap Pereira's energy before the real fight even begins. But Pereira isn't helpless in the clinch. His short elbows, his ability to create space, these are weapons that could turn Ankalaev's control into a trap. So who dominates the clinch? Does Ankalaev grind Pereira down? Or does Pereira explode out and make him pay? Asterisk. Every great fight has that moment, the split second where one fighter starts to break. Maybe it's a massive shot that changes everything. Maybe it's a mistake that shifts momentum. Or maybe it's just mental fatigue catching up. In this fight, who reaches that moment first? Does Ankalaev crack under Pereira's relentless power? Or does Pereira struggle with Ankalaev's wrestling grind? One thing is certain, this fight won't be decided by skill alone. It will come down to resilience, willpower, and who is willing to push further than ever before. And when that moment comes, only one man will be left standing. The most dangerous weapon in this fight? Alex Pereira's left hand. This isn't just any punch, it's a nuclear bomb disguised as a simple hook. Fighters have seen it coming but still couldn't stop it. It's the shot that put Israel Adesanya to sleep and the same punch that shattered Sean Strickland's consciousness. But here's the key. Pereira doesn't throw his left hand wildly. He sets it up with patient precision. He lures opponents into his range, then delivers the knockout shot before they even realize what happened. Can Ankalaev avoid this deadly weapon for 5 full rounds? Or will Pereira find the opening that ends the fight in a single second? While Pereira has the knockout power, Ankalaev has something just as dangerous, a methodical game plan. He doesn't rush. He doesn't get reckless. He follows a blueprint to break down his opponents piece by piece. And for this fight, his strategy is clear. Stay out of striking range. Use feints to draw out Pereira's attacks. Time the perfect takedown and wear him out. If Ankalaev sticks to the plan, he could make this fight a nightmare for Pereira. But if he makes one mistake, if he lets his guard down for even a second, Pereira will capitalize. So the real question is, can Ankalaev execute his plan perfectly? Or will he get caught in Pereira's web of destruction? The biggest test in this fight? Rounds 4 and 5. This is where the legends separate from the rest. This is where champions are made. Pereira has never gone 5 full rounds in MMA. His power is devastating. But how does it hold up under extreme fatigue? Ankalaev, on the other hand, has been in deep waters before. He knows how to grind out a victory when the body is exhausted, when the mind is screaming to quit. So, when the final rounds begin, the real fight starts. Who has the heart to push through? Who is willing to suffer more? And who will prove they belong at the very top of the division? Every fight has an ending, but how will this one go down? Scenario 1. Pereira lands the left hook heard around the world. Ankalaev misjudges the distance, and before he can react, boom, lights out. Scenario 2. Ankalaev takes Pereira down and drowns him. He gets dominant top control, advances position, and forces Pereira into exhaustion, either securing a submission or a dominant decision victory. Scenario 3. A back-and-forth war goes to the judges. Both fighters have moments of dominance, but in the end, it's a razor-close decision. What do you think? How does this fight end? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Now, after breaking down every aspect of this fight, it's time for the final question. Who wins? Does Alex Pereira land the ultimate knockout and continue his reign as one of the most dangerous strikers in combat sports? Or does Magomed Ankalaev execute a perfect game plan, using his wrestling and fight IQ to neutralize Pereira's power. One thing is certain, this fight is going to be an absolute war. And before you go, don't forget, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Cage Combat TV for more deep dive MMA analysis. And as always, stay sharp, stay ready, and we'll see you in the next one.